Hello dear students, so now let's continue with our chapter number 7, that is of source documents. As we have already discussed about the different type of the vouchers as cash memo, debit vouchers, credit vouchers, receipt vouchers, payment vouchers, pay in slip and checks. So here we have divided all the vouchers into two parts. One is of cash voucher and second one is of non-cash voucher. Cash voucher, it means any kind of written document which we use against the cash transaction. It may be the cash purchase or cash sell, or it may be the cash receipt or the cash payment. So for all these things we use to issue cash vouchers, and basically we have two types of the cash vouchers. First is of the credit voucher and second one is of debit voucher. Then after we have to discuss over the credit voucher. Credit vouchers are vouchers that are prepared at the time when cash is received. Okay, just remember every time when we prepare credit voucher at the time of receiving of cash. So cash we can receive in two conditions. First, when we will sold out goods, and second, when we will sold out our assets or the investment. So in these two conditions we use to prepare credit voucher. Then we have a format of credit voucher that you can see. So now in the credit voucher, on the very top we have to write credit voucher. If that is debit voucher, then we have to write debit voucher. Then after, here we have to write the name of the company, name of the company on whose behalf we are going to prepare that credit voucher. Then we have voucher number, then we have date, and all the details are there. Okay, so what are the contents of credit voucher? As we have seen, name and address of the entity it means the business organization जिसके बिहाफ पे हम लोग ये बनाते हैं. Then date of preparation, accounting voucher number, title of the accounting credited, what things are going to credited in that, net amount of the transactions, and we have to write the narration that is brief description about the transactions, signature of the person who has prepared the voucher, signature of authorized signatory, and supporting voucher numbers. Because when you will prepare credit vouchers, at the same time we have to mention the supporting voucher number. Okay, then again here we have the format of debit voucher. So same, in the credit voucher we used to write the credit voucher word on the very top. Similarly in the debit voucher we have to write the term debit voucher on the very top. Then again we have to write the name of the company, address of the company. As you can see, in the date side we have to write date, and we have voucher number. Then here in the debit voucher we have to write the title which is going to debit with the full narration along with the amount. Then there should be the signature of the accountant who prepared and the who verified, that is manager. Now in the, you can see in the left hand side we have one more box where we have to write amount in the figures, just like received rupees 2000 in the words, and along with that we have to paste here revenue stamp. Okay, so that revenue stamp make this debit voucher legal. So here these are the contents of debit voucher. So before that we have to know in which conditions we can prepare this debit voucher. Debit vouchers are the vouchers that are prepared when payment is made. Once when you will make payment, at that time we have to prepare this debit voucher. Payment may be on account of expense, purchase, drawing off proprietor, or the payment to creditors. These are the condition when we use to pay the amount. So contents of the debit voucher that we have already seen. Okay, so here along with the debit voucher and the credit voucher we have to prepare transfer voucher. So what is transfer voucher? Once when we transfer goods one to another places, just like from godown to showroom, in that case we can use this. Okay, just like here we can see in the transfer voucher, not on the top we have to write transfer voucher, then see name and the name of the business organization along with the address, voucher number and date. Then in the transfer voucher we have to mention what item is going to debit and party is going to credit. Just like in this format, we have debited our furniture account worth rupees 52,000, and by the same figure we have credited RAM being furniture purchase vised memo number 909. It means that memo number represent the transaction when we did that transaction and what was the amount, that we can cross check with the help of invoice number 909. Okay, so here next we have non-cash voucher, that is transfer voucher. And non-cash vouchers are vouchers prepared for the transactions that do not involve in flow or outflow of cash. It means all the transaction which does not affect inflow and outflow of cash, that is called non-cash. Okay, so for example, debit note, credit vouchers are different thing. Okay, here we have debit note, credit note, bills. These are a kind of example of non-cash vouchers. Okay, so here we have example of credit voucher. So here in the credit voucher, as you know, here we have to write the debit voucher or the credit voucher, whatever vouchers we are preparing. According to that we have to write. Then after we have name of the organization, here we have to write the name of the organization to whom behalf we are going to prepare it. Then after address of the organization, वो भी अपने को mention करना है. And again we have to write the GST number. Okay, जो हमारा GST number है, that we have to write here. Then in the place of voucher number, that we can write 1 2 3 4 5. Here in the place of date we have to write date. So as we know, we prepare credit voucher at the time of receiving of money. And in which circumstances we receive money? We receive money at the time of selling of goods, at the time of selling of assets or the investment. So these are the terms when we receive the money. So at that time we have to prepare this credit voucher. Here we have to write detail, just like here you can see credit, sale or the income. We have to write sale, or we have to clearly mention the source of income from where we are getting this income, that we have to write in this place. After that, along with the sales, we have output GST. Just remember, each and every time once when you will sell goods, on the selling of goods our GST will count as output, or at the time of buying of goods our GST in will be written there. So sales income we have to write. Along with that we have to clearly mention our output CGST, output SGST. If CGST is there, then definitely along with the CGST there will be SGST or IGST, that is another term. Okay, so we have a specific content, a specific lecture on the GST. So like this we have to prepare our credit voucher. Along with that we have to mention amount, and finally we have narration being goods sold or cash received or not, that we have to write. And here we have to clearly mention the void bill number. Okay, we are preparing this credit voucher according to which bill number, that we have to write. And then after manager signature and the accountant signature. This is just only the format. Okay, and this is the format of debit voucher. So there is not much difference in between the debit voucher and the credit voucher. Here in the debit voucher, here we have only to include this extra box, that is of the received rupees along with the revenue stamp. Rest of things are same, and we just know when we prepare debit voucher. We prepare debit voucher in case of any payment or in case of any purchase, cash purchase. Okay, let's see the real life example how we prepare debit voucher or the credit voucher. So here we have one transaction that we can see. Now on the January 22 bought furniture from Modern Furniture Patna for rupees 7,500 against cash, white cash memo number 240, paid CGST and SGST at the rate of 6% each. So before the starting of question, we have to find out the name of party, name of the person. Okay, just like here you can see name of person, okay, or the name of the business organization is Messrs Ace Traders and that belongs to Patna. If that Messrs, that Ace Traders doing their business activities in between Patna, in that case CGST and SGST will apply. But if they are dealing with outside of Patna or Bihar, in that case IGST will be applicable. Okay, the full form of CGST, that is of Central Goods and Services Tax, SGST, that is of State Goods and Services Tax. Along with the CGST, we have to implement SGST, but IGST, that is completely different term. The full form of IGST, that is of Integrated Goods and Services Tax. When we do transaction in between the state, then we charge CGST and SGST at equal rate. But if we are making business in between the states, in that case we have to apply IGST. Okay, so here in the first, Ace Traders who belongs to the Patna, Bihar, and Modern Furnitures, they also belongs to the Patna, or that is Bihar. So first we are going to purchase furniture. Purchase furniture, it means we are making payment. So as you know, for the making of payment we used to prepare our debit voucher. So according to the transactions, we have to classify which voucher we have to prepare. Okay, so once if you know which vouchers we have to prepare, then it will be very easy to you to understand this concept. So let's prepare voucher for this. So as on the basis of first transactions, you cleared that we have to prepare debit voucher. As you know, we are preparing that debit voucher on the behalf of Messrs Ace Traders. So that's why here we have written Messrs Ace Traders. Then we have to write address, that is Patna, Bihar. Then we have to write their GST number, that I have put it here. Then after we have to write voucher number and the date. So voucher number, that is 01. You can write tentative any kind of number if that is not given in the question. Then date. Okay, then here we have purchased furniture worth rupees 7,500, and on this purchase we have to pay GST 6%, CGST 6% and SGST 6%. So total GST amount will be 8,000, GST amount will be 450 and 450. So total amount here we can check 8,400. So this was the thing or the process how we used to prepare debit voucher. Let's check second transaction. In the second transaction, 2020 January 8, wages paid for the month 3,500. Here again we have paid wages. When you will pay any kind of wages or the salary and anything, again we have to prepare debit voucher. So here we have debit vouchers. On any kind of payment, making payment of salary and wages, we don't have to charge GST that we can charge on the goods and services. Now on the wages we can't charge GST. So here simply we have to write the name of the party, their address, GST number, then vouchers number, date. Then again here we have to write article which we have to debit. So according to this question, we have to debit our wages account. So I have written their wages account, and we have narration being the wages paid rupees 3,500. It's done. Okay, so it was on the basis of second transaction. Let's again check our third transaction. What is third transaction? Paid cash to Hari and Sons, Patna, for purchase of 2 sewing machines, white cash memo number 1230, paid CGST and SGST 6%. So in this question I have forget to mention the transaction amount, but that I have included here. So the total cost of the machine was 2,500, and CGST and SGST, that is of 6%. So 6% of 250 will be, that you can calculate 150 and 150. So like that total amount will be 2,800. Okay. Next transaction, we have sold goods for rupees 12,000 plus CGST and SGST is 6% each, white cash memo number. So in this transaction they have not mentioned the place, the name or place of the party, but they have clearly mentioned what GST we have to exactly charge. So accordingly we have to solve this question. So here we are selling goods, it means we are getting money. So once when you will receive money, we have to prepare credit voucher, because cash is also debiting, so we have to prepare credit voucher. So again same, we have to write on the very top credit voucher, name of the traders, that is of Messrs Ace Traders, their location, that is of Patna, Bihar, their GST number, vouchers number that you can write accordingly, date that we have to mention, then again we have credit sales 12,000 like that, and we have to charge it GST, and that is of 6% each. So accordingly the sum of transactions, that is of 13,440. It was the format, it was the thing how to prepare credit vouchers. Okay, let's check another one more transaction. Here we have withdraw 15,000 from bank. So once when you will withdraw 15,000 out of bank, so there is nothing, simply we have to again prepare credit voucher, and simply we have to write here credit bank account, and we have to put the narration, just like being the cash withdraw from bank for office use, and here we have to write the check number, because once when you will withdraw cash, there will be no any kind of bill number, there will be check number. So accordingly we have to write, and very sorry to say that we don't have to write that 720. Okay, so next we have received cash rupees 10,000 from Messrs Mohan and Company on account white case number. So here we are receiving cash, so on the basis of that you can prepare. Okay, so once when you will receive, we don't have to include anything, directly you can write. Okay, just like here you can see same credit voucher, Messrs Mohan account, being the cash received on account from Mohan and Company, and cash receipt number, that is of 10,000. We don't have to include any kind of GSTs. Okay, then next we have last transaction, that is of commission received 10,000, white cash receipt number 360, charges CGST and SGST at the rate of 6% each. So according to these transactions we have to prepare like this. So on the very top we have to write credit voucher, again the name of the party on whose behalf we are preparing that is of Messrs Ace Traders, their address, GST number, voucher number that you can write accordingly, date is there, and we have to mention the title of credit, that is of commission, 10,000 of commission, then accordingly we have to calculate 6% CGST and 6% SGST, so total will be 1200, so sum of the amount will be 11,200. So this is the system how we have to prepare credit voucher or the debit voucher. So hopefully you will enjoy the learning, the preparation of debit voucher and the credit voucher. And once when you will prepare that credit voucher and debit voucher, just ensure we don't have to use whole A4 size sheet. In A4 size sheet we can prepare two vouchers, two of credit voucher, two or debit voucher, anything. Okay, so just remember these things and try to prepare according to the questions.